Here we go again. I welcome all of you to yet another exciting event by GDG Ahmedabad. Before we start, let's just do a small routine and help me with the comments. So, all you have to put a comment if you are in that city or the state. Let's do some fun here. Let's try out. So, if you're in Gujarat, put Gujarat in the comment section. If you are wearing pink, put pink in the comment section. Let's say if you are from anywhere in Punjab, or if you know anybody in Punjab, or if you like Punjabi food, put Punjab in the comment section. If you're wearing red, red is the color of the season, put red in the comment section. Let's say what is the next? Oh, orange. So if you are wearing anything orange today, or if you like the orange color, put orange in the comment section. Do we have anything else? Yes. Anybody from Chennai? Or if you know anybody in Chennai, if you are from Chennai, please put Chennai in the comment section. Pink City, Jaipur. So if you are from Jaipur, put Jaipur. Or if you like Jaipur, put Jaipur in the comment section. Can we have the slides, please? So this makes me very nostalgic. Some of you might be part of this. Look at the first one. See that smile on Drumil's face, right? He's our rock star, our GDE. I'm sure I'm have to deliver a cake of this size to get that smile, right, Drumil? Now the next one, that again is very interesting. I used to make people come on the stage when we had that liberty of having in-person event, and that was from I believe 2019. And this is just a glimpse of the kind of activities people used to do and they happily used to do. The other one, the second row, first image, that's like very close to my heart. uh, we did a human pyramid and that was really fun. I have with me Paresh and Drumil at the ground. Then we have JD and Chintan, and at the top we have Dhruva. She manages WTM, as you must be aware. Now the next one in the middle. So who would have thought like I would do this stunt again, right? I did this few years back and then I did it again in 2019, or I would say 2018, I guess, yes. So like entering into a huge arena or a area full of like developers and geeks like you on a bicycle. Then last but not least, we call him PM Paresh Mayani or Mayani sir, and he is on the top of some building ready to go to skies. So this is the beauty of life, and we captured these moments. These are like going to stay with us forever. It was fun when we used to have in-person event. Life changed a little bit last year when COVID hit us and we had this first experience of lockdown. And at that time I remember we were like the first chapter in the country to uh, came out with an event, how to work online or how to work remotely. And working remotely, working from home or working from anywhere or everywhere is the new normal, and we are all part of it. We have accepted the new normal. It has increased our productivity. Lines are blurring between personal and professional life, but that's the way life. It brings a lot of new experiences, and we are here. We like 2 years down the line since that thing happened for the first time in our life, and what we could achieve is, or what we could like establish is, you can be anywhere in the world but you can make difference in life of others, and that we have done. Myself, Utpal Betai, I am associated with company called Solulab, and we are blockchain first company. I'm oldest one in the company, as you can see from my gray. Like people half my age works with me on daily basis. They are like having double the energy. They are geniuses, and we have like 25 plus people in our blockchain team, and Neel being one of them. So I'd like to welcome Neel as a speaker for the event. So can we have Neil? And hi, Neil. Welcome to the event. I know this is your first talk on NFT, but I'm
Yep,
sure it won't be the last one. And we are
definitely.
excited to have you here. So Neil is going to explore a topic which is, I would say, the hottest one currently in the IT world and the technology sector. And he will try to explain what is it all about and why we chose this as a topic on Saturday evening when you might have some other plans. But I really thank you all from bottom of my heart to be here, spend the next 1 hour with us, and I'm sure you will get something with you, back with you, that will stay with you forever. So now I'm opening this up for you, Neil. Let's just take us to this wonderful journey of NFT and why we are calling it as gold rush of our time. Thank you.
Thank you, Utpal, for the introduction. So, can I have the slides, please? Yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Neil Banker. As Utpal mentioned, I'm also associated with a company named as Solulab. So, we are a blockchain-focused company. So, at there, I'm a senior blockchain developer, also managing the team of 25 plus great minds. So I'm here today to introduce you or deep dive into the NFT part. But before we do that, let me introduce myself. I'm an IT engineer by degree and I'm a developer by heart. Like I started my journey way back in 2013, since like in my school days or maybe or pre-college days. So I started with these particular languages. Like everyone is started with means it is the first language of choice by nature. It's in our education curriculum and all those things. So I started with C++, C, HTML, PHP. Also have my hands on in graphic designing with Corel Draw, Adobe Photoshop, and so on. So then I started to decide what should be it, and I was introduced to big data. Like, and I did my certifications in big data, iSmack, Java, Hadoop, and I got to learn this opportunity, what is big data, how it is being managed, what are the four V's: volume, velocity, veracity, and those things. But it didn't work out, or maybe I don't see it like in that. But that big data introduced me to the blockchain. Like, what was the thing that introduced me to the blockchain? That was the one thing that I liked about blockchain. That is decentralization. So, as you know, from the day one, we have started learning to the structured data or the SQL language for the databases, but blockchain introduced us to decentralized manner or decentralized database. So, how it is going now? So I joined Solulab as a blockchain developer back in 2019. So currently, as I mentioned, like I'm a senior developer, also leading the team of 20 plus great minds. So these are the currently technologies that I'm working with on day-to-day basis. That is Ethereum, Hyperledger Fabric, JavaScript, Node.js, Solidity, and Docker. So as far as our topic of the day is NFT, a new gold rush. I'm just starting with the introduction of NFTs, like what are the non-fungible tokens. So before we move towards the non-fungible tokens, we need to look into like what is blockchain and how it is an exceptional achievement. Like blockchain was introduced way back in like 2008 and 2009 with the introduction of Bitcoin to the industry. That changed the revolution, and it is just the starting of another decade. And NFT is the first thing that has been introduced for this particular decade. So what is this NFT hype about? Like what is this history, when it came from, like what is the current situation? So let's dive into it. Like it was first introduced in 2014. Before the first blockchain, as I mentioned, was in 2008, and the first Bitcoin was created in 2009 for the electronic recessions. That was for peer-to-peer cash transaction system. So this was the first actual NFT that was created by Kevin McCoy, and he minted this NFT named as Quantum. That was just a pixelated image filled with the denoting circles and arcs and other shapes of the same center. It reminds of like us using WinApp and this visualizations of an audio playing back. So this NFT, like you might be thinking, like, what is this particular NFT? This is just a art created with some of the pixel and maybe a kid maybe drawn it. But this particular CryptoPunk NFT was sold in $532 million, like approximately 1,24,457 Ethereum tokens. Like why it is in that particular? Let's get into it, and I think I'll be able to maybe at the end of this speech, you might be getting an answer for that as well. So these are the other crypto punks that has been famous. Like everyone was in for thinking like first was the crypto kitties. No, that crypto punks came first. So after that, this crypto kitties, maybe you might have aware about it, like this particular cat with multiple things. These are the first actual NFTs, and these also introduced us to bring into the layer to solutions or layer to scalability options of Ethereum blockchain. So what's going on in India's NFT verse? So NFTs are the new big thing in the global economic market. As we see, like the NFTs are being sold for $534 million. So what is in it for India? Like how it can start in the Indian market. So first things can be celebrities, and second thing can be social media. So first, what we think about in the celebrity architect, like Amitabh Bachchan stands in the first. So that's what happened. Amitabh Bachchan started selling his NFT, and it went on like sale for $276,000. That is approximately 7.7 crores INR. So these were actually an audio NFTs that was in the recording of Amitabh Bachchan voice, and it was being sold as a particular NFT on the blockchain database ledger. So these were the other NFTs of the posters of Amitabh Bachchan's movies. Like they were also being part as NFT. Like NFT, what we can say as NFT is like digital collectible. Like if you are holding a poster of an Amitabh Bachchan movie, right, it will hold a value after certain years of time. But this is a similar manner in a digital fashion. Also, Salman Khan is coming up with his own particular sets of NFTs. Like, and he's also launching the Bolly coin and so forth. So these are the topics for the day. Like what is NFT? What are the types of NFT? How we can mint the NFT? What are blockchain networks? What is its connection with the real art? What should be the developer toolkit? What are marketplaces? How it is not limited to digital art? How the gas price can maybe break the game or change the game? And how you guys can start into NFT. So first, before looking into what is NFT, we need to see what are these different types of tokens. Actually, there are three sets of token, that is fungible, semi-fungible, and non-fungible. Fungible tokens are something that are like uh, that holds up certain value, that is like a limited supply, and it is like having a same value. And uh, so suppose if you are having a $1, it is going to be remaining the same to if you move to a separate location, it won't change its value. Semi fungible is like if we are having a ticket to the show, but like the tickets can remain the same, but it will be having a different set of number. Like my ticket can be of number 15 and someone else ticket can be of number 35, but they hold equal amount of value. And non fungible token, that is can be represented as something unique in value. So, in simple terms, what is fungible and what is non-fungible? Consider fungible is something that has like similar values, like I mentioned in this image, that is three balls of similar manner, and non-fungible as like multiple colors of balls. Like that is the most simplest explanation of it. So, what are the fungible tokens? Like it is an easy to exchange or trade something for LC of similar value of type. As I mentioned, that is can be a electronic cash or like a dollar bill or maybe a INR currency. So let's talk about fungible resources. Like as mentioned, like is are the limited supply. So it can be it cannot be replenished after. So for example, Bitcoin is a fungible resource. Like there can be only 22 million Bitcoins only in existence. So as I mentioned, these are the assets that are divisible or non-unique. So at this instance, fiat currencies like dollar are fungible. A $1 bill in New York has the same value as the $1 bill in Miami. So example are Bitcoin, ERC20 tokens, and Litecoins, and other tokens and coins as well. So that brings us the questions: what are the non-fungible tokens? So how many guys you remember this? Like these were the actual Pokemon collections that were being given to us, like in the packets of 10 rupees or 20 rupees of Cheetos and all those things. Like these were like collectible at that point of time. If you have hold it this in value, like these actually are collectible cards, and they hold a value of $100 to maybe $100 million. So what this NFT bring into it? Like this is like a thing that can be retained, and over the period of time the price increases. Also, earth is non-fungible. So what is an NFT? Like NFT are the pieces of digital content that are linked to the blockchain, like that are unique and not mutually interchangeable. Like no two actual NFTs are exactly identical. So there are particularly two standards of NFT. That one of them is ERC 721 and ERC 1155. So as we move ahead in this session, so we'll be also covering that as well. So as you might have been thinking, like how it works, like is it magic or is there any mathematical logic behind it? So let's get into it. So ERC 721 was introduced as a standard. In other words, it's a type of token that is unique and have different value. Can another token out the name of the smart contract? So it can be a something that can be related to image, like if you are having holding an image. So for example, uh, if I am holding an image of an Sachin Tendulkar, I might not be holding at value, but if that particular image is held by Sachin Tendulkar and if it posts as NFT, that can have the actual value. ERC 1155, it is a multiple token standard. It supports like both ERC 20, that is fungible, and ERC 721. So it is fungible as well as non-fungible token. That's why it is known as multiple token standard. So what are the types of NFTs, or what are categories of NFTs? So it can be divided into this particular segments like art, music, video game items, trading cards, as I mentioned, for the Pokemon cards, collectible items, any big sports moment, any meme that you share on Instagram, Facebook, or WhatsApp, if you're using so. Also domain names, virtual fashions, and miscellaneous items. This can be part of the NFT. So these are, as you can see in this image, like in future this is going to happen. Like we have the art museums that shows actual artist hand drawn artist, or maybe hand drawn painting of artist. But in future it can be shown in this manner, like these are the actual digital arts and you can show it in the museum. Categories is another category is video game items. So suppose if you are playing a game, and if you, for example, you buy a certain gun skin in a particular game name, PUBG or maybe anything, so that is a digital item. But instead of that, we are having it in NFT, in terms of NFT. So these is the trading cards or maybe big sport movement. Though I don't know how many you guys are into basketball, but this dunk by LeBron James is being stole for $100 billion. Like that's crazy. Like this actually a video clip for the game, and it is actually being stored in this amount, particular amount. Also, these meme. How many of you guys remember this bad luck Brian? This but NFT is also being sold in $42,000. Also, this side eyeing Chloe is sold for 25. That is $79,000. So fashions, as we move ahead into the future, like NFTs, no people will be buying like their own clothes. Like they will be having a digital avatars, and that digital avatars will be having digital fashions, and that can think that particular things can be an NFT. So this is the going to be an actual future. Like Dolce and Gabbana has also started getting into NFT fashions. Also, Snapchat introduced this filter way back in like early 2021. So this is the next big thing. So as I mentioned, like these are the miscellaneous items that you can found on the online internet or NFT and marketplaces. The CryptoPunk and Bored Apes. These are the currently two trending major NFTs that have been revolving around the world. So that brings us to question how we can mint these particular NFTs. So in simple terms, minting of NFT refers to a process of turning a digital file into a crypto collectible. Like it is just simple as that you are uploading an image to a Google Drive, you upload it to a marketplace, and that particular thing is being converted to an NFT and is stored for the entire possible lifetime of a blockchain. And this particular process is known as minting. Or we can define NFT minting as a process which digital art becomes a part of the Ethereum blockchain. So it is not also limited to the Ethereum blockchain. It can be having on multiple blockchains as of now, like multiple ecosystem has been brought into this entire field. So as you have mentored it, so next step is like how you can sell your NFT. So these are the actually checklists like make some art, get a MetaMask wallet. You need to buy some Ethereum, waste some Ethereum on gas fees. You had no idea that existed. Mint your art, like shit your art in Twitter. Like you need to do the marketing for that. Also, you will need to get a clubhouse invite to share your art more. If still hasn't stole by it, try lowering the price. Just be patient. It is going to be still and make more art. Keep your day job. Like this can be a next big thing, but yeah, it will take some time. So how does it long? How long does it take to mint an NFT? So it is a difficult to estimate like how long it might take during the process of NFT minting. But most NFT platforms, tools, NFT marketplaces, the NFT creation process are easy. Just I mentioned, like it is just simple upload and the NFT is been minted. It's that simple process. But if you want to see the logic behind it, you need to become a part of a development process. So you are now turning your digital content or uploading your file via NFT marketplace, and you are listing it for sale. That is similar process to they are uploading to YouTube or uploading music to a Spotify, or even similar process of listing a digital item for sale on Amazon, eBay, or Etsy or any other marketplace. All you need to do is like upload any PNG format, JPG, GIF, or whatever you have, and add description to it, and it will be there on the blockchain. So yes, it costs money to maintain NFT, and if you are generally going on Ethereum blockchain, it can be a lot of money for sure. Like currently, it depends on the gas price that has been currently so high because of the crypto market and being in the bull run. So yeah, so usually it takes around $250 to mint a single NFT, but that can return if the NFTs are good. They can give you $1 million in return. So these are the actual reactions. Like we when we after minted, you need to transfer an NFT. So and to send in $20 NFT, the gas prices are so high. Like it take usually $852 to send in $20 Ethereum NFT. Again, after looking at those gas, these are the actual reactions of the some of the investors. So these actually gas price chart that shows in terms of GWAY. GWAY is the gas uh, equation that has been used in Ethereum blockchain. So as we are looking into blockchain networks like Ethereum, as we have mentioned, like there is a high gas price. So what are the other blockchains that we can have our NFTs into? Like blockchains are been categorized into majorly four part, that is public, private, hybrid, and consortium based. So majorly NFTs are being stored to the public blockchains. So major public blockchains are like Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Solana, or EOS. Like these are the popular blockchains and that supports the NFT as of now. So what is the connection of NFT with the real world art? Like you might have thinking like it is just an image, or maybe it doesn't have any connection to it. But yeah, no, it has a real life connection to it. So NFTs, suppose you have buys some NFT and you want to keep it as a image or display picture. Actually, Twitter is working on this creating an SDK to do so. So they are allowing users to showcase their NFT as their profile picture. So these are the actual leaked image that has been not out yet for the beta yet. So it may be in the alpha release, but it is leaked. So I showing you this, like you upload it, like selected wallet. and then select the particular NFT that you want to showcase as your data display picture. So, what are the marketplaces and what are the metaverse? Like you might have this heard this term metaverse. Like Facebook recently rebranded themselves as Meta. Like they are started to work with the developers to bring introducing NFT or maybe digital world items into a metaverse space. So these are the popular marketplaces in which you can list your NFT, buy and keep it for buy and sell. So these are the ones: OpenSea, XE Marketplace, CryptoCon Marketplace, NBA Top Shots, Rarible, Super Rare, Foundation, and Nifty Gateway. So this is an actual UI of a marketplace, uh, right? So if you want to post your NFT, it has been listed. You can have filters on sort of things, and you can change the theme and all those simple things as you see in the Amazon Marketplace. It is similar to that. It is as but it is only for NFTs. So this is for the in-game NFT marketplace for XE Infinity game that is uh, used for a like starting of initial phases of metaverse. So this is another UI or example of an NFT. Like this is called as 3D NFT. Like they have having a multiple 3D rotations, or maybe you can look into it from your browser itself. This is the UI image or of the Rarible NFT marketplace, and this is the similar for Foundation NFT. Like these are the common, but it is just the UI aesthetics that change over the market. But the actual data remains same on a blockchain. So what are the things that are beyond marketplaces? So it is not limited to just buying an NFT or holding it into your wallet, but you can dive into the reality or the metaverse, or maybe using the virtual reality headset. You can deep dive into it, and you can see the collection of your shoes, or maybe earth, or whatever you have owned in that particular metaverse. So coming towards the metaverse, this is the actual representation of like how it is going to be inside of metaverse. Like it is going to be an entire universe where different marketplace you can walk into, having multiple sets of games, having multiple sets of players. You can keep them as a display picture. Your avatar can be your NFT. The shoes that you wear it inside of marketplace can be the NFT. Like each and everything that can be present inside of marketplace is going to be an NFT. That is the how the future of the blockchain inside space. So NFTs and metaverse are like going to hands in hand. Like that is the actual future about it. Like it will improvise the learning experience, the buying experience, the selling experience. The actual metaverse world is going to explode on top of NFT. Like without NFT, I don't think how it is going to be possible. So why it's a new gold rush? So these are the points that I mentioned. Like these can be a next few thing, right? So you are holding a particular set of gold right now. So that shows the status, right? I am holding this much tons of gold, or maybe this much grams of gold in your house, or maybe in your locker. But after some years, or maybe in a decade, like it is going to be an actual thing. Like I hold particular NFTs. So that is the next big thing. So you might be questioning like how we can start, so how we can get started into the NFT development tool, or how we can make money with the NFT. So I'm suggesting some steps for the developer side of thing. So I'm sharing some code sample. So as I mentioned earlier, this is the ERC 721 standard that is used for non-fungible tokens. Then this is written into the Solidity programming language. So Solidity programming language is similar to C++ and JavaScript or Python. So it is fairly easy to learn, but it will take time to get hands-on on it. So as any other language, you import some libraries, you define the functions, you define the variables, call the constructor whatever name you want to give it to your NFT, and call this create NFT function, and voila, the NFT has been minted. So this is the similar code example of an ERC1155, that is semi-fungible tokens. So there are some extra steps to it, like to mint the NFT. Like that, suppose the batch mint function, like you can mint 1,000 of maybe or 5,000 of NFTs once at a time. So what could be the development toolkit I could recommend is like what would be the ID, what are the frameworks, what are the tools, what are the API tools, and what languages does Ethereum and other blockchains learn, right? So ID is the development environment that developers uses to create, write their code, have their peace of mind. Like either they can write good code or bad code, it doesn't matter, but as long as you are writing a code, you will require a good IDE. So these are the two best IDEs that I recommend for development of Ethereum. That is Edfiddle, it is available for web, and Remix IDE, that is available for both web and desktop. So what are the frameworks or library that has been used for development in Ethereum? That is Alchemy, that is a Web3 provider. Brownie is a testing case. Embark, Hardhat are the frameworks that we can create our local blockchain environment. Open Zeppelin is a library. Truffle is also an environment. So, what are the tools we need to run the local nodes? Like, you can't directly go to the development without having a development environment. Go to the directly deployment. So, for that, I suggest ETH node, Ganache, Hardhat, and Truffle. So, what are the libraries? As I mentioned, Alchemy has Web3.js, ETH.js, Ethers project, Intura, Light.js, Web3 Py, Web3.js, and Rust Web3 that is used for Solana. So these are the actual languages you can write your smart contracts upon. One of them is Solidity. That I showed off code some slides back. It is based upon C++, JavaScript, and Python, and used in Ethereum or EVM compatible chains. Viper is based off of Python, used in Ethereum or EVM compatible chains. Rust is like syntactically similar to C++, but is used in Solana blockchain. Lego is similar to Pascal and used in Tezos blockchain. So, any questions so far?
Let me check if they have questions. Just a minute. So no questions so far, but you can ask some questions if you want.
Okay, so what was the first NFT that you guys saw? Like, was it like from Chingari app, or was it from Amitabh Bachchan, or was it from Salman Khan, or any other?
Yeah, they will add their comments in the comment section. So they had little confusion about fungible and non-fungible. So if you can like explain that maybe with a very simple example one more time before
Sure.
we move on to the next one. Yeah.
Okay. So fungible assets are like something that are non-unique or maybe replaceable. So for example, if I'm having a $1 bill, it will remain the same value, but it is like replaceable for any negative value. So if my $10 or maybe $20 bill is torn, or maybe I go to bank and they will replace it with the different note. But that is not the use case for non-fungible things. Like these are the things that actually exist on the ledger and can't be changed. So, for example, if you are holding a painting of Mona Lisa, right? So there can be only one original painting of Mona Lisa. Rest of the things are like duplicates, or maybe they don't hold the actual value that the actual painting hold. So someone in the chat asked like, how are these 721 and 1155 standards are raised? So for that, like there are uh, EIPs that are Ethereum EIPs like created on GitHub. Like this particular number is the GitHub issue of that, like what problem was raised and how the solution was came into the picture. Okay. So someone asked like stocks are fungible token or non-fungible. So yes, stocks can be a fungible asset, but if you convert that stock and like if a stock is going up and you create it into an NFT, it can become a non-fungible thing. Okay, I've minted an NFT club. Okay, so you want to grow that thing is firstly it is based upon marketing, how you market your product or how you market your NFT. So if you are having a particular number of uh, followers that are looking forward to buy that NFT, so that will be growing in a manner like so. If I'm posting an NFT, right? So I initially I won't get an offer, but if I do marketing and people are more interested towards it, so it will gain some value, and people will see like these things are new. These new things are into the market and they can be of a good value. They will start buying those things. Any Java based language? Yes, we have Java based language inside of some of the private ledgers, that is Hyperledger Fabric, and you can create chain codes in Java language. Yeah, for blockchain specific, like these blockchain supports a particular sets of language, but you can use any of the programming language to interact with it.
So Neil, we have some more questions. So tell me how many more questions we can take, and then we can again start that the tech part of how as a developer we can start. So do we have space for another two questions?
Yeah, definitely, please.
Awesome. So we have the one question from Mini. The question is, can we sell art piece before getting it minted? And once it is sold, we can mint it and transfer it.
Yes, it is possible. Most of the marketplaces have these functionalities. Like you mint before minting, you can actually have it listed on the marketplace, and after you get a certain amount of buyers, you can list it for sale and have it minted afterwards.
Okay, awesome. So that means we can sell it and then we can mint.
Yeah, that is possible, but that depends on the marketplace use case,
Okay.
like
So
on
this is
which
like
marketplace.
the okay. So this is personal interest. So which are those marketplace which allows this?
Okay, currently OpenSeas allow it. Rarible does it too, and yeah,
Okay.
and Foundation as well.
Okay. And we have the last question for particular this segment, and then we can start the next part of the talk. So the last question is: are NFTs here to stay for a longer period of time? What is your thoughts,
Yes,
Nick?
yes, definitely they are here to stay for a longer period of time. I'm not talking about years, I'm talking about decades. Like currently, people are just getting into NFT. Like it is the beginning of a next big thing. It can explode like Facebook, it can explode like how Bitcoin exploded. Like it has zero value and currently it is at $60,000. But I've shown you like these NFTs are currently being sold at 533 million or maybe more. So yeah, it is here to stay.
Awesome. So, I mean, like before we, jump to the next segment of the talk, I personally want to, ask a question, but because like on the first segment, you shared that IDE and the stuff, the framework that we can use. So, like I'm a like a lazy developer, and I don't want to go through, all these things. So, my question is, do we have single click setup to start with for the NFT? Do we have any such links or something which you can share with the community?
Yeah, there are actually quick starts available for like, or maybe template boilerplates available to getting started with the backend framework. But to use while starting the NFTs or maybe writing up smart contracts, we have Open Zeppelin libraries. Like you can take the base of that libraries and you can create the actual logic on top of it.
Got it. Got it. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for like asking the questions. Keep asking, and we will have another Q&A session after end of the session, end of the the presentation. So just because the Utpal sir got some technical glitch, so he just dropped off and I need to jump in.
Okay.
So over to you, Neil. Thank you for answering the questions.
Yeah, thank you. I think we can take more questions. Like this is the actually the end of the presentation. So if we have any other questions, we can definitely take it up. Yeah, another question like so. I was expecting this question to come up. So yeah, it won't be possible of taking a screenshot of an NFT and claiming it on how we can know the real owners. So when you mint an NFT, so for example, if you are taking a celebrity Instagram, right? So they have this verified blue tick on that profile. So if, for example, if I'm taking a profile of maybe Miley Cyrus or maybe Justin Bieber, so if Justin Bieber is posting something on his Instagram, that is valuable. But if the same thing I'm posting on my account, no one is going to buy it or look at it, right? So it is similar in that way. The blockchain has these profiles verified, or marketplaces have these profiles verified. You can check it on the blockchain explorers that are open source, and maybe you can check into it as well. So you can't screenshot any NFT and that will hold any actual value of the original image. That needs to be verified.
Neil, can we continue with the presentation? And
Yeah, I'm at,
we'll take the Q&A at the end now.
yeah, I'm at the end of the presentation, Dutta. Yeah.
Okay, you are done. Fine. Great. So, anything you would like to tell the fellow developers who wants to start, like what will be the starting point? One single website they can visit and they can start.
So, to getting started into blockchain, I think the first good thing is Ethereum documentation. So, Ethereum's official documentation covers all these details like what are fungible tokens, what are non fungible tokens, right? So, Ethereum documentations can be the first thing that they can look into it. And other thing is that there is one YouTube channel named as Tap University. uh, Gregory teaches them to become a blockchain master. So I think he has teached more blockchain developers than any other courses available on YouTube or Udemy.
Yes. And now I have one more question. Uh, so, what is the most complex thing you have done so far while you are developing NFT marketplace or NFT platform for clients?
Yeah, so the most complex thing that has been done by me was like creating a complex royalty structures. Like we want call artists wanted to have royalties, and also the owners wanted to have the royalties. So the royalties are the maybe things that we can look into while we have another session of deep diving into NFTs. But that was the most complex part. That for that we need to do some mathematical calculations, and Solidity. I think Solidity doesn't support the math library inbuilt, so we need to manage the fractions, all those things by our own. That was the complexity, yeah, for the NFT marketplace.
What would be the natural next step for anybody who wants to jump on this as a developer or as a investor or those who are excited about blockchain or NFT technology?
So as an investor, you can start by investing into cryptocurrencies. I won't recommend all these meme coins or any shit coins, but you can start looking into the tokenomics part, how how those tokens are built up, what is their backing, what are their actual teams that things make up for that. So for a developer, you can start by learning into JavaScript, but if you are already aware about JavaScript, you can start looking into the Web3 JS. Web3 is going to be exploding as NFTs are going to explode. So Web3 are the gateway to interacting with the blockchain. So it overwhelms the simple login username and login credentials with a simple one-click wallet integration. So for the developers, you can start looking into Web3.
Now, there is one more question, which is very important, I believe. So, if you can talk a little bit more about with an example of staking and lending.
Okay. So, as we all know, staking and lending are part of decentralized finance, like actually part of a finance, but in blockchain, it is a decentralized ledger. So everything has to be decentralized. So, how staking works inside of blockchain is that like there is a particular smart contract that you write a code and you sends the money. So instead of like borrowing to a bank or maybe some other person, you are trusting a third party smart contract that is actually on ledger, and you can see the code how it is written and how much maybe is there any loops or drawbacks into it. So yeah, you are secure about it. So that would be it for staking and lending. And the lenders are like the actually particular group of people or maybe a one person who can actually lend it to a pool, or you can get that from a pools as well. Like there are staking pools and lending pools in the decentralized finance.
What is liquidity provider? If you can, like, again explain with an example.
So liquidity provider is a, like another thing as an NFT. Like it might take so much time if I get into deep into it. But in simple terms, liquidity provider is something. If I'm having a token, I'm launching my own token. I need to provide certain liquidity if I'm going with a decentralized exchange or maybe a centralized exchange. So liquidity is nothing but I'm having my old tokens value with respect to Ethereum or any other coins that I already uh, stable in the market.
How do you see the interest in blockchain and NFT to increase over the period of? I remember you said about not just years but decades, but like in day to day life or government services or services for citizens or payment systems, uh, all other services. How you see like blockchain and NFT to make the difference?
Yeah. So, as talking about like payment gateway infrastructures, NPCI, the parent company of UPI, that most of the people in India are using for digital transfers, is migrating their existing infrastructure to Hyperledger Fabric. That is a part of a private blockchain. So these things are here to stay. And few months back, like during the CBSE results announcement, one of the would it was in news like they were distributing results on blockchain ecosystem. Like yeah, so people are here upgrading their skills, looking into blockchain, and day by day also government is creating out bills, uh, sending out notices like how what to do and what to do not to do in terms of like trading into crypto and all those stuff. So as a citizen or as a government, it is here to stay, but yeah, it will take some time.
Sorry about the background noise. Can you share a little bit more detail about DAO?
DAO can be stated as decentralized autonomous organizations. Like there can be no particular single person running this organization. Like as in a corporate world or as in company, there are certain levels of hierarchy. That is CEO, managing director, CTO, or COO. But inside of a DAO, it is run by the community members with help of governance token. These governance tokens are like similar to an ERC20 token. So while holding a certain amount of governance tokens, will be having that right to vote inside of any proposal that has been introduced inside of that organizations.
So while we are waiting for more questions from our wonderful participants, any closing note you are having?
Uh, Nothing more. I think I've already said that NFTs and blockchain and crypto are here to stay. We are in the initial phase as of now. It will take time to develop an infrastructure for government and for companies or for the clients or maybe those who are willing to into invest into crypto. So it is here to stay. That is it. No other.
One more question: how blockchain technology changed the present banking, and if you can tell us more about the metaverse.
Okay. So, blockchain technology can change the present banking system. Like we can say, when you create a transactions via the UPI or maybe an online banking ecosystem, right? So it goes via a database, and it is just an creation and updation and deletions. Like it is a simple CRUD operation done to the back end of the database. No actual money is being transferred, but in terms of blockchain, the actual money is being transferred. So that can change the present banking. So if there is an error inside of while updating the operation CRUD operations inside of banking system, your money might lost. That has happened in certain scenarios. Like if you have transferred someone, the amount is debited from your account, but it is not credited to the receiver's account. But that won't be possible on blockchain. So, and talking about metaverse, it is just the start. Like if you have seen the movie Ready Player One, that is the actual representation of metaverse. Like that is going to be the actual reality in future.
Now, there is a question related to are there any laws related to blockchain as if somebody copy the blockchain codes? So I hope participant is talking about source code, I believe.
Yeah. So blockchain source code are open for anyone, and blockchain technology is open source, but it is up to an organization if they want to keep the source code openly available to the community or not. But yeah, major blockchain source codes are available open source on their GitHub account. Yeah.
So seems like we are almost done with the questions from participants and our wonderful viewers. I thank you all of them to be part of this event. And this is just the beginning. We are not going to end here. We will be bringing more events on blockchain and NFTs in coming weeks and months. Again, thank you all. Thank you, Neil, and thank you, GDG Ahmedabad. Thanks.
Thank you.